Yeah, so to give you an idea on the gas usage, so we left for like 4 days. And in the entire 4 days, we used about 28% gas. We slept for one day, like just the night. And we have already used 11% gas. So 100% when you get far enough away, this thing stops tallying its gas. And like it doesn't have a catch-up mechanic. Or if it does have a catch-up mechanic, it's either got like a lot of grace to it, like a lot of leeway or whatever. But yeah, because we were gone a good long while. Now it shouldn't be as bad though, because I mean, also on top of that, we took off some of the stuff that was loading it so far as fuel as well. We reduced the load. Ogo says, a ketchup mechanic. I personally prefer a mustard mechanic. I see what you did there. I can't say I'm proud of it, but I mean, I see what you did there. Oh, dad jokes. Way back when we were first building the base here, like we didn't have the perimeter fence, we didn't have like things stuccoed, like we were still getting our foot kind of really established in Necron. We were here, but it wasn't clear. Zombie decided to show up during, I can't remember if it was a helicopter. I think it was after a helicopter. Like we had fought the helicopter in downtown, and then the zombies kind of had scattered over this way. And one of the zombies is attacking the fridge and destroyed half of it. It still works. It consumes half as much fuel. It has half as much storage. Because don't think of each side of that freezer as like part of one thing. Consider like each part of the freezer as like a separate freezer. It's just they're required to be in like a certain orientation of each other. Because in practice, that's more accurately how it works. Like when you look at the generator, for example, it lists me as having 5 freezers hooked up to it. That's because each of the freezers that's in full are 2 freezers, and then like the one that's half a freezer is 1. E. says, "Man, nightmares are the worst. Totally threw my. Sorry, it's clipping. Man, nightmares are the worst. Totally threw off my day plans off. Was going to do a day trip raid. Now I suppose I work on the house. Yep. Yeah, the 2 ways you deal with nightmares is as Kubi is saying, is one, you can once you've had the nightmare and you wake up, you can take a sleeping pill and go right back to sleep. Like it'll take just a couple of minutes, and you can go like right back to sleep. The other alternative is you grab either like a beer or a whiskey or wine, and you have yourself a little sippy sip, and that'll also get you back to sleepy times pretty quick. Anything worth writing about for the new updates? Absolutely. The biggest ones is foraging got a lot of love. The biggest thing here is, you notice if I put my little mouse over this eyeball, it tells me absolutely everything. 1 second. It tells me absolutely every bonus I get and every penalty I get. Right now I have a penalty for weather effect and darkness, which is interesting. Yeah. So you no longer have to guess, does this affect it, does that not affect it? It tells you. It tells you your actual search radius and all that, so that's useful. Now, let's see. The other big thing is if you have been drinking directly from sources of water, that is, like, you go to a lake, you right-click, and you choose drink, don't do that anymore. It's no longer safe. If you do that, you can have it where, like, you'll get sick, like food poisoning kind of sickness from it, and it can kill you. So you gotta boil your water, or you gotta put it through a rain barrel that's got a sink plumb to it, or, you know, one of the other ways to sanitize water. So you classic of grab a cooking pot, pull it out of the lake, take that, put it on a campfire, boil the water until it says, you know, it's clean, proceed from there. Yep. Eating raw fish is no longer safe as well. Yeah, so most of those changes were like quality of life stuff, and then they were taking like a few food and water sources that kind of bypass the way stuff is supposed to work, and they got rid of those. Another thing they did is if you go to your options display settings, they've got this way better organized than it used to be, where it used to just be a long list of everything. They've got kind of like broken up into sections, so that's nice. But a big one is if we go in here, I should pause while doing this. If we go in here and you push F1, and this is the new guide thing, number 2, don't run. Like, it says it right here. So when people are like, why aren't you running everywhere? I can hit F1 and be like, yeah, there's a thing here. It'll explain it. No, I mean, I'll still talk through it, but like they literally actually like, hey, maybe don't do that thing. But why don't run? It loud. It make you sweaty and tired. And it get you killed. I mean, crouching is fine. Like, crouching isn't necessary, really, but... running is how you get into bad situations faster. I love it. I may borrow that. Maybe run then crouch? I mean, sure. Like, you can do stuff. Like, running can be useful. Like, if you're trying to get zombies' attention, awesome. If we used to, like, break away from, you know, being intercepted, like, it has a purpose. Like, there's a reason it's included in the game. It's just so many new players. and you'll just watch them run from building to building to building to building, and then they get in their first zombie fight, and they're like at high exertion already, and you're going, yeah, like, just, you know, picture in your head for a moment. Here you are, you're this perfectly normal person, not particularly fit, not particularly not fit, and you just walk through like 6 houses, like full-on sprint between each of those houses, one after the other. They said, alright, now duke it out. And they're gonna about cough up a lung. And that's with opening and closing and slamming doors and all sorts of stuff. You can crouch run. I always found crouch run weird. Like, I get it, it's run, but with like less of a noise issue. But to me it's like, okay, so hear me out, hear me out. Have you tried walking? It's a step between running and a step between crouching. I actually don't know how it compares, other than I imagine crouch running is probably really rough on your stamina. I do like that gimmick in Kenshi where, like, you get enough stealth and running and your character's just, like, running with their arms flailing behind them. I better not die from that. I hate crawlers. Well, that is our first zombie injury. And it's a laceration, so there is a 25% chance we've lost. I hate crawlers, because I tried 2 or 3 times to hit him before I was like, crap, I need to bail, and I was too slow. I already have a prediction going, unfortunately, on whether or not we will find a katana before end of stream or the next helicopter. But I am seeing that maybe in the future. Like, maybe I don't do that prediction again, because it's just that specific prediction takes too long. Yet we pray to RN Jesus. I am going to be super upset if that's what kills us. Yep. Nah, thank you for clipping it in case it is what kills us. Like, I personally feel the hitbox, when it comes to crawlers, should be way bigger. Oh no, I usually don't do it that way. Neurospicy, I usually just, until we have evidence that we're dead, I treat it like we're perfectly fine and alive. Like, and don't worry about us overheating, we're wearing too much. That's not... Like, if we start seeing sickness or whatever, that's a problem. Now, one catch is if I'm out here killing the zombies, we're gonna see Queasy, and that may or may not actually be the zombie plague thing. Is there something we should just do around base? Like, is there something we just work around base to kill some time? I'll be super salty if that's how we go. I mean, we are in pain. That is going to penalize us. Oh, that's... yeah. Pain is going to reduce our damage. I'm not chugging down a bunch of painkillers. I don't have a bunch of painkillers on us. We're gonna work on our base. Because this thing, it's like, okay, we're gonna reduce damage the whole time we have this injury. That's one thing. We're going to get nauseous from being around the zombie bodies, which is going to make it so we can't even really tell if we have the zombie plague. Yep, nope, I need to patch the shin. Like, that's the reasons why my favorite weapons for dealing with crawlers is stuff like the baseball bat, the crowbar, the garden hoe. Yeah, so do we kill the current? You know what? I'm gonna get rid of the current prediction. Just cancel it entirely. Like, we won't accept or fail it. We'll just refund it. So we're returning the points in that. I'm gonna put it for 5 minutes. Because those who missed it, we just took a laceration from a zombie. Crawler got our shin. We went to smack it like 2-3 times, missed, went to run away, and it was just too late. Yeah, I don't mind dying. Dying that way would be feels bad. Because, like, I knew what I wanted to do, and it's just, the crawlers are so gimmicky when it comes to hitting them. I just don't like dealing with them. Like, I almost want to keep a crowbar on my person just to deal with the zombies crawling, because it's just so much easier to hit them. Yeah, now that first prediction where about the katana, it should refund your points. It might take a minute or so. Like, I don't do it often, so I couldn't tell you. So we're just going to work around the base. See how things work out. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's right. We have, what? Strategic use of bad luck. Yeah, that's the first time I think I've actually been caught by a crawler because of the hitbox. I think that is the first time that's gone bad for us. I may be salty because we are on the cusp of 1 year. And that would be very upsetting that, like, yeah. Dashbo says, I died of a scratch on a 6-month run. That metalworking and carpentry both at level 9. Should I just install? No, I mean, that death is a part of the game. Like, this one feels bad just because, like, the crawler hitbox has always been kind of garbage. Yep, you start the game with, this is how you died. And one thing we're going to do to help us not false positive, alright, if you don't mind, let's go ahead and, Yeah, this cabinet here in the corner, we'll just take that there, take that there, take this here, take this here, take this here, take that there. The jeans got damaged. Okay, that got damaged. Jeans got damaged. Shoes are fine. None of the rest of those cover shins, so it's fine. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. We're keeping our friendship bracelet. So, I just need to grab... I don't have any more leather strips, do I? Okay. Yeah, no, I much prefer dealing with the crawlers with, like, a crowbar and all that. I'm going to be short one leather strip. That's fine, though. Oh, right. I need to actually get denim, which is something I never get. So I actually don't have denim to fix this properly. But we'll deal with that later. Gonna go ahead and overeat real fast. We're gonna wash ourselves up. Yeah, this way if we start noticing ourselves like get really hot, then we know it's like actually fever. Alright, the Greater Danish. You take care. Thank you for tuning in. Burning Sun, if we are sick, I don't know, actually. We did change our bandage once already. Yeah, no, we're not having to change it much. Nah, I'd probably take the car and, you know, maybe rush Louisville and see what we can do. I'm not chopping down trees. Because I want to know if we get a fever. We fish. Yeah, Moriarty, something like that. Yep, if I get queasy now, then we're done. Katanas are non-repairable. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a unit of thread. Actually, I'm not going to worry about grabbing a unit of thread. I don't need it. Because next time we go out, we'll just tear some pants and that'll be enough. I don't need to worry about too much. So, We have earned a relaxing day of fishing. And where life is going down, that's just because I'm carrying entirely too much fish. We're not dying. All right. May we wake up well in the morning.